Support provided by the Glick Fund, a CICF fund focused on inspiring philanthropy. Additional support provided by the Crystal DeHaan Family Foundation in honor of the children and families of Crystal House. Ever wonder how creativity, innovation, and theater make their way into roller coaster design? We're here at Holiday World to get a behind-the-scenes look to find out why. Follow me.
My name is Lauren Crosby, and I am the Director of Entertainment and Events at Holiday World, as well as I am a fourth-generation owner of the park. Whenever I was at Florida State University, I majored in retail merchandising and product development, and I fell in love with anthropology and their windows and how they display merchandise. So I ended up doing 2 internships with them. The way they do their windows, you don't just get a sheet in from your, the corporate and it tells you what you're doing. They say, okay, the theme for this quarter's windows are flowers. And you do with that what you will. Doing that with the retail merchandising was kind of bringing all of my loves together. And so whenever it came time to come back home and work at the park, we started looking at the park and we were like, you know what? We're a theme park. We've kind of lost sight of that a little bit, and we need to get back to that. We need to make sure that it's clear that we have a theme and this is it. Our president looked at me and he said, you know what? He's like, you're that person. He's like, you're gonna do that. He's like, you're gonna take your experience with, the visual merchandising and the art and the theater, and he's like, and you're gonna apply it to the park. And then, what do you know, we start building a coaster.
This was exciting, being the first coaster where I got to coordinate all of the many pieces that go into making a huge project like this happen. My name is James Olliver, and I essentially coordinate all of the maintenance, construction, grounds activities here at Holiday World. My whole life, I've always wanted to be involved with amusement parks. When I was young, when I went on my first roller coaster, I got hooked, and I knew this is what I wanted to do. So when I was in, I think around 8th grade, I wrote a letter to actually a roller coaster designer, and he gave me a list of things to focus on. Going to engineering school, the experience to get, and so from the time I was young, this is what I wanted to do, and everything I've done has been to try to get to this point. So Holiday World is the world's first theme park. We opened as Santa Claus Land back in 1946, and we're proud of our heritage of being a theme park. And so when building Thunderbird, we wanted it to be more than just a roller coaster, and we wanted it to be a completely immersive experience that our guests loved. And so all of the little theming details come together to make it more than just a roller coaster.
There are a lot of details, and with those details come a lot of options. We had concrete colors, we had the type of fence that we put up, the type of shingles that go on the roof, the type of stones on the side of the building, the colors of paint on the side of the building. I mean, you don't know how many types of lanterns there are.
Not everyone who comes to Holiday World is going to ride this ride. And so we've designed it as well for the non-riders. If you are not going to ride and you're standing in the plaza, you're immersed in the experience. From being able to see the train launch out of the barn to being right in the middle of the first and second loop on the ride.
Creativity is so important to my job. I mean, creativity as well as innovation are, I think, crucial to this park. We have to keep it true to Holiday World. So this coaster starts off right here in the plaza and then goes into the woods. So whenever it's in the summer and all the leaves are out, you can't really see what happens after the Thunderbird crosses over the voyage. It's gone, it's into the woods. You don't see it until it comes back.
Now, did you build the barn first or put the roller coaster, then build the barn?
You have to set the coaster first, and then our carpenters had see, when I talk about the challenge our carpenters got to have, we already had the track there, and we asked them to build a barn around the track that stayed out of the clearance envelope of the ride.
As you're talking about theater and like the feel of it, close calls. So what is this whole idea about, this concept then?
On the wing coaster, since you're on either side of the track, whenever things are close to you, they seem really close.
Right.
And so that chimney is just outside of the rider envelope. So there's no way you're gonna hit that chimney, but whenever you're riding on there, It sure does feel like you're gonna hit it.
So Thunderbird, like many roller coasters, in a lot of ways are like large pieces of art. With the placement of Thunderbird on top of the hill here at Holiday World, you have incredible views of the surrounding community, of the forest that the ride is built in, of the rolling hills, of other attractions, and it all comes together, and it truly is a beautiful piece of art.
Not only is this the first steel coaster for our park, so it's a huge, huge milestone, but it's what my dad wanted, so it feels really, really awesome to me and my family to see it come to reality. Seeing people come up here and experience it for the first time was the best feeling. It made me feel like, hey, your hard work paid off, you know, like you did something good.
As a kid, this was my dream, and to end up being able to fulfill that dream and be involved with such an incredible project, it's hard to describe. And you know, it's sort of cliche, but it proves that if you work hard, you can achieve your goals.
We are here in Indy to meet one of the most amazing artists, not just artist, but also art educator and lawyer. His story and his art is going to amaze you. Let's go meet him.
My name is Justin Vining, and I'm a full-time artist, and I work out of the Harrison Center for the Arts in Indianapolis, Indiana. I grew up on a farm, and